There is a better way to get people into your newsletter. You've probably heard from this guy and pretty much every other business guru on the internet that you need a lead magnet to get people to join your newsletter. And I'm going to prove to you that not only is that not true, but it's also way less effective than the strategy that I use. Just to show you some proof, I have 3,500 people in one of my newsletters, but in the other one, which we just started, it was slowly growing. But once I implemented this strategy, it literally grew by like 100 people in a singular day. Now, what strategy did I use to get this explosive of growth on a newsletter without providing a lead magnet? Well, here it is. We run a bunch of pet channels where we post these cute pet videos. And in our videos, instead of offering a lead magnet for someone to join the newsletter, we offer them to submit their pet to our pet competition. It's a competition where whoever's pet is the cutest every single week wins the competition. Now, here's what's funny. When you go to this sign up form, you actually have to submit more stuff than just your email. You have to submit your first name, your email. It's optional to submit your pet's name, and you have to submit a picture of your pet. Now, psychologically, what does this do? Well, it makes it feel like people aren't plugging in their email to someone's list just so they could get marketed to later. They feel like they're actually gaining status by showing off their pet and saying, this is my pet, look at how cute my pet is. And putting in their email seems like something that's just secondary to it. And to make it feel even more secondary, we say email will notify you if you win. It seems like that's just a necessary thing so that they can know if they win, not something so that they can be marketed to, which is the real reason. Based on everything I know about psychology, and I'm the most genius person in the world about psychology, this is even more effective at getting people into your newsletter than a lead magnet. And the reason is, even when people feel like it's worth it to put their email in to get the lead magnet, a lot of people will just unsubscribe instantly because they don't want to be put on a list. They don't like the feeling of being put on a list for something. But when you reframe it this way, saying, oh, you submit your pet to the cutest pet competition and we'll just have your email so we can notify you if you win, people don't feel like they're signing up for a list. They feel like they're competing and they actually have stake in the email newsletter. And to make things even one better, people in this newsletter are going to be way more engaged because they're actually opening the emails to check and see, is this pet actually going to win as the cutest pet? And on top of that, we get to collect some pretty insane data while we're at it. We get to verify that everyone who joins this newsletter is a pet owner. And since we actually get to see a picture of their pet, we get to see what breed their pet is, which means that when we go to advertise in this newsletter, we're going to have an insanely targeted list with insane amount of data that we can use to get the most specific targeting that advertisers will pay the most amount of money for. This strategy is so beautiful. People gain goodwill from submitting more data than they usually would and don't feel bad about giving us their email. If you run a newsletter, I challenge you to do something like this instead of what you normally do. Instead of just getting a lead magnet from them, have them submit something of themselves and enter themselves into some sort of competition. If you're a guy who makes tech videos, for example, host a best desk setup competition and announce the winner weekly. People are much more inclined to actually submit their email and all this other personal information if they know that they have a chance of winning a competition, even if there's no actual prize, even if the only prize is clout, pretty much. So try this out and let me know how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video, and peace.